Night Live with Cat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. It's Friday night live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. It's Friday night live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter.
Welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Cat Carter. How's everyone doing this evening? Are you doing okay? Had a good week? Long week? Oh, well, if you're right here, you're at the right place at the right time. I have Michael Staron. He is back, y'all. And if you are here tonight, you are in for a great treat. So, Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we inform, innovate, and inspire. Yes. So, get your beverage of choice ready and let's prepare to meet Michael. So, I'll tell you a little bit about him. Acknowledged in the Jazz Times as a versatile, forwarding-looking, and accomplished performer, Michael began his professional career playing Latin tropical music in Chicago's inner city at the age of 15. He is also an accomplished theater pit musician, and he's going to tell us what that is when we talk to him. To his credit, he did some national tours. You guys remember Evita? A Chorus Line, Sid Caesar, Red Skeleton, Rob Newhart, Eddie Arnold, Roger Williams, and Joseph with Donny Osmond. He was also the #1 jazz artist in Chicago on Reverb for over 48 weeks in 2020. Please welcome back to Friday Night Live, my good friend, Michael Staron. Hey!
Hello, Catherine. Good to see you again. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. It's really kind of you.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to have you back. We had a really great time the last time you were with us. So I'm just anxious to find out all of the wonderful things that have happened since I think it's been about a year since you've been on.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward. Yes.
Well, I have a terrific group,
Yes.
and just this is incredible. Just last Sunday,
Hmm.
somebody wrote this in LinkedIn about this group with these people that these particular people that I'm working with. And she said, the performance of Four Dimensions Ensemble is a fine example of collaborative art. By blending spontaneous music, dance, visual art, the team creates an immense and captivating experience that appeals to all the senses. Bruce Thorne, by the way, Bruce has a painting that's in what do they call that?
The Arts Museum,
It's at the museum. It's in collection, permanent collection at the Art Institute of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And and Bruce is painting while they're dancing, and
Wow.
I have dancers dancing, and we're playing. But anyways, it says Bruce Thorne's live painting is a real hit. Not only does it provide a visual representation of the music and dance happening in real time, because
Hmm.
we do this in real time, there's no overdubbing, it's there.
The real deal.
Just like we're doing right here, the
Yeah.
real deal.
Yeah.
Uh, but it also adds another layer of improvisation to the mix. Witnessing an artist in action is a magical experience, and the Four Dimensions Ensemble excels at that. They are able to find a balance between structure and improvisation, resulting in a cohesive and engaging performance that is unique at a given moment. Live recording and videotape of performances also enables others to experience a works of art long after the original performance is over. Overall, the Four Dimensions Ensemble is a testament to the power of collaborative art and the beauty that can be created when artists come together and create something new and unexpected. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just somebody that just wrote this. This
that
is
was beautiful. And
what
so you are the co-founder of the Four Dimensions Ensemble. Yes.
I am. Yeah.
Yes.
The
That's wonderful.
the original. I was working with a dancer, and she was the other founder. I met her at a. I was playing an avant-garde gig, and she was there, and I just asked her. I wanted to. That was I was working with video, and I knew that the next step was to actually to get a human being reacting to this to avant-garde music.
Yeah.
And I met this dancer, and we worked, and we ended up in 10 months. We did 5 videos on the 20th of May in 2018, and in 10 months we had 1 million views on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, it just went up. But she left, and I'm working with some real extraordinary dancers and some real extraordinary musicians, and I'm so pleased how this evolved into something spectacular.
Yes, it has.
Yes,
Yes,
I
it has.
I have some. I have about. We went and we recorded over at uh, Experimental Sound Studios, and we videotaped.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the people that I would work with. This is unheard of. We did 17 tracks in 2 hours, and 11 are keepers. Who does
Wow.
that in the recording industry? And
That's
so,
unheard of.
and the thing is, it's music. It's real music, and we all get along. Everybody has good business chops.
Yeah.
It's that's real important. It's not just being an artist. You
You need
need
to get along with each other. That's for sure.
yeah.
You have a good working relationship.
When
Yeah.
somebody calls you, you call them back, and yeah.
Common courtesy. Yeah. So
So
I need to put in a PSA right quick. We are under tornado watch, and I don't know if you guys can hear the whirling of the winds in the background. So if the siren goes off, we're going to have to shut the show down. But it's very windy. It's been kind of very busy as far as weather-wise here the last 24 hours. So yeah, we're are under tornado watch right now, severe thunderstorm. All right. So I had said in the intro that you were a pit musician, theater pit musician. So
yeah,
can you kind of tell the people what a pit musician is, just for those that don't quite know what that is?
I was primarily a pit musician for most of my 20s and my 30s. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and okay, so I'm an educator like you are, and so I went and I'm going to interject. This is from uh, uh, Wikipedia. That's not the greatest source, but it's a source. Okay, or now typically, pit orchestras play in a lowered area in the front of a stage called an orchestra pit. So this dates back to opera. And
Mm-hmm.
what they did in opera is they dug a pit in front of the stage so the people in the audience wouldn't see the musicians.
But you could hear the music.
You can hear the music coming out of the
Yeah.
orchestra pit.
Mm-hmm.
And and if you ever go to like the Lyric Opera in Chicago, you would see, if you look down the center aisle, you might see the conductor's head, because the
Mm-hmm.
conductor
I've
standing
seen it before. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And
Yeah,
okay, so
that's what a pit musician is.
that's what
Okay,
we call an orchestra pit, and uh,
okay.
is
So,
that
I
or
want to ask the audience, like, if you've been to like any plays, um, any orchestras. I've noticed like you don't see the musicians, but they're down in a lower level, like right in front. So that's what um, Mike
that's
was
an
saying the
orchestra.
pit musician is.
That's an
Hmm.
orchestra. Yeah, we play in
Okay.
orchestras. You're
Okay.
instead of seen and not heard, you're heard and not seen.
Not seeing. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
S- So I think I want to start off with one of your videos, and I want to start off with the one that's named Diamond.
Oh,
Di-
Jim
yeah,
Green.
talk about that a little bit. Tell us a little bit about how that came to be and the background on that song.
Okay, this is a group. Primarily played country blues, and the leader of the group is Diamond Jim Green. Really, Jim Green. Okay, and Jim, to give you, I met Jim at a through an owner of a cocktail lounge in Evanston called Ward 8.
Mm-hmm.
And they connected me with Jim. And a little background on Jim. Jim is an extraordinary person. I mean, he's not only a musician, he was a major in the Marine Corps, and
Oh wow.
he had a over 20-year career as a criminal defense lawyer. I mean, this is the I mean, yes, Jim.
Like they don't even go with music.
No, and the funny thing is I called Jim up today because he used to want to. He didn't want to mix the two because
Hmm.
people, being a lawyer, people would know a client. And I even called him today and said, Jim, is it all right if I, talk about, at least say uh, that you were a major in the Marine Corps and you were a criminal defense lawyer? And he said, okay. But I mean, this is an extraordinary person. Uh, uh, just a great friend, a wonderful human being, and he is a country blues musician. This is the kind of blues that was played in Chicago before Muddy Waters
Okay.
came there. But this particular piece isn't a typical country blues piece. This is a folk piece, but it's our take on this piece. This John Henry? Does it say John Henry, or is it the piece that I gave you this week, or was it the one from before?
I think you gave it to me this week.
Okay, yeah. This is it, you have to see the place where we're performing. This is uh, an entrepreneur in Evanston. His name is Ray Saunders, and he this is part of his home. It was an old coach house. It was actually a stable when he bought it, and he has all this artwork that he made and all these memorabilia. There's a poster you'll see behind Geraldo de Oliveria. I have sometimes a hard time saying Geraldo's last name. Uh, you'll see a poster that was a poster that used to be in a teacher's classroom in Evanston, Illinois. She had it in the so there it's real. It's just a real special video. That's why
Okay.
I brought it. And I have to say about Geraldo is such a fine musician and a fine human being. It was a real honor to play music with those two people, and uh, it's a really a special period in my life that I was able to
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
let's check it out and see. I want to see this. All right, so you guys sit back and enjoy.
That sun go down, I sit behind that western hill. That sun going down, I sit behind that old western hill, babe. I wouldn't do nothing, no, not against my sweet baby's will. You know she stopped writing me, wouldn't even send me no kind of word. My baby stopped writing me, and she wouldn't even send me no kind of word. She turned her little back on me on account of some low down stuff she heard. Come here now, baby. Sit right down here on your daddy's knee. Come here now, baby. And sit right down here on your daddy's knee. I just wanna tell you, babe, yeah, just how bad you've been treating poor me. I wake up every morning feeling mighty sick and bad. I wake up every morning, yeah, feeling sick and bad. I just wanna tell you, babe, about those good times you and me once had.
Yeah, that's great. That was
Wow.
I think that was I know that's a different tune than I was talking about, but that is fine. This makes it even better because I think that was written by Son House. And
Okay.
Son House is an extraordinary musician, one of the greatest musicians of the 20th century. And people say, "What? What?" Because he wasn't afraid to be himself. He just was himself. Uh, uh, there's so many people that are non-genuine, and
Yeah.
it's, I think it's one of the most important things for a musician is to be genuine, because that's when you're performing, that's what carries over. Uh,
Yeah, people that listen to the music, we can feel that. We can feel the authenticity and the genuineness. It comes through in the music, and
right.
that's what makes us appreciate the music better. Got a question? Because I
Yeah.
was curious too.
Yeah.
My mom is asking the same thing. So the guy that was sitting on the block, whatever that was, with the
Yeah.
paddles, what was that? What was that?
That's a cajon.
A cajon.
A cajon, yes. There's actually little strings in there. It's a box. It's actually a box, and they play it. Okay. They I believe it's a Brazilian instrument. I may be wrong. I know Geraldo is Brazilian. He's a phenomenal authority on Brazilian music, and that is, it's a box, and people played this, but people played this, and so that, yeah, I mean, predates the drum set, obviously.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
had a nice you. It had a nice unique sound. Because at first I thought he was just sitting on the box with some spats. I didn't know what he was doing. I was
yeah,
like, no, that's got an interesting sound to it.
yeah.
So yeah,
What we That's what's called a cajon.
you know what I thought was also interesting, um, the atmosphere, like you were saying, the art on the wall, just where you all were playing at. It was just perfect. I mean, you had all the art on the wall. You have these unique instruments. You have, I mean, it was just surreal. That was really really nice.
Well, thanks. That's Ray's place in Evanston. That's not a set. That's somebody's home.
Wow. So how do you spell that instrument? How do you spell it? How do you spell cajon? How do you know how to spell it? Is that it?
Uh, I think C
Is
A
it?
J O N.
Okay, yeah, my music director got it. Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Okay. All right. So I know that you are adjunct and you teach at quite a few universities in the Chicagoland area. You're at George Governor State. You're
correct.
at, are you at DePaul?
DePaul University,
DePaul, and you're like two others. I can't remember.
Triton College, and College.
Triton,
At Page.
DuPage, the one in DuPage. Okay. So what do you teach? Do you teach instruments? Do you teach different types of music? Do you teach genres? Like, tell me a little bit about that.
I have taught instruments, but I am primarily a music appreciation teacher. I teach the general student body about music, primarily Western music from 450 AD up into the present. And then I bring in, towards the end of the class, I bring in what they call world music, and talk
Oh
about
wow.
other musics of the world. And that's my primary field of expertise in higher learning, is music appreciation. But I've at Governor State has really given me a lot of opportunities. I teach history of jazz at Governor State. I teach history of African American music at Governor State. I teach uh, history of 20th century popular music.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been um, the dean, or the acting dean. He's been real supportive of me down there.
So, Michael, like when I listen to the radio, and we kind of talked about this, I mean, like sometimes I just can't, like the music is just not the same. I can't continue, some of it I just can't even listen to. So, if you have the younger students in this class, how are they, what is their reaction to the history of the music or the teaching, what are the kind of reactions do you get? Because I'm sure they haven't been exposed
Oh
to,
no,
well, maybe they have, but
like we've talked before. The sad thing, well, the sad thing is that a lot of them have never seen live music. I mean, never been to a live performance,
concert, live. Hmm.
and but how I relate to them, um, before at times I don't do it so much now because there's so much material. But before, at times, I would have them uh, pick us pick something on YouTube and then analyze it for the class and say, well, this is what we were talking about. This is what we were talking about. Now, I try to get them to be uh, some historians, because when you study music, you're not only studying you're not only studying music, but you're studying history. You're studying history of society. Because you like, for instance, in the Western culture, you go through the Middle Ages, and then you go into the Renaissance, and you go into the Baroque, and then you go into the Classic period, then the
Hmm.
Romantic period, and then the 20th century. And there's all they see how society changes, and I I I basically try to inspire them, and
I bet you do.
I try to inspire them, because the whole idea of education, it's not to give information, it's to open them up so they start exploring on their own. That's what's really important. That I'm a success if somebody is curious. I
Hmm.
always tell them that the real I say that in the welcome message for all my courses. The real learning takes place after the course is over.
Yeah,
And, and I want to get that seed. What is, and you know, as an educator, that the word, at least this is what I know as an educator, to educate is to bring out, to bring forth, and you want to bring forth
yeah,
from them. You want to open up them, and it's and they're what they're going to go for, what their interests um, are going to be different than mine, and but at least they have that desire to learn, just to get on the internet and start doing searches.
yeah,
uh,
yeah. That's good. That's
that's
good.
important to me.
Yeah.
Technology, oh, I'm sorry, Kat, I'm talking too much, but
No,
I have to make the technology, it's really important for me as an educator to teach the students how to use technology, to teach the students how to get used to using automatic intelligence, to get to use artificial intelligence, and that's all done out of the classroom, because a lot of their work
that's
is
actually good. That's
yeah.
actually good because the students that are coming up now, they're computer literate. That's all. I mean,
Mhm,
they grew up in. I didn't grow up in the computer. When I went to the library, we had to go to the card catalog, and my mom had a big thing of encyclopedias at the house. These children, I mean, they come in like just knowing how to use that computer, and if you don't know how to teach them in that type of way,
mhm.
um, then you kind of lose them. They call them digital natives because
You know, man,
they grew. Yeah. So yeah, that's
we're
really really
digital
good. So
immigrants.
you can meet them where they are. Yeah, that's good.
We're
That's real good.
see, one of the things, I don't know if you know this, but one of the best things I ever did is I have a master online teacher certificate from the state of Illinois.
Okay.
It's an ion, and that I mean, and before that, designed an online course. There was a woman at Triton College, Marie Ann Switcher. She taught me so much. She taught me so much as an educator. I mean, she brought me so far into learning technology. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate what she did for me. And there was another instructor there, Ray Kohler.
That's very good.
She took
Yeah.
and she mentored us through a whole a whole array. I mean, learning management systems and things like that.
Yeah.
I've designed courses on Blackboard, and that's all D2L. It really doesn't matter. And yeah, I'm really grateful. That's all. Those are all things that I learned at Triton College. And when Marie Ange was there, they really had a lot of uh, things that teachers could do to really grow as far as
Yeah.
technology goes. They had, oh, I
But
can't.
that's really, really good though, because um that some teachers now they're used to the old way of teaching, and you'll lose these students. These students that are coming out, you'll
Yeah.
lose them if you don't conform and learn how to teach using technology. So that's like vital now. So
Oh,
that's wonderful that you were able to get that,
I
and
I will,
it enhanced your classes.
will say this, that the lot of the vetted learning technology was, I gotta say it because it's true. A lot of the vetted learning technology was in place in 2014.
Hmm.
And if I'm talking about higher learning, if
Okay.
students weren't necessarily that ready at that time, I was getting pushback at the beginning. But if the instructors or the educators had their act together, there during COVID, I'm talking about higher learning. There there shouldn't have been any closures of any classes because I flipped a face-to-face course around in an hour and a half
Yeah.
when COVID hit, and so that's the future too. And I have students that have families and they have children, and things happen to them and they can't come to class that day. Okay, but they could still keep up with the rest of the class.
Hmm.
It's like if you miss class, it's not a deal breaker anymore. At least for my classes, it's not a
Yeah.
deal if you miss class.
That's
Uh,
good. That's
yeah,
good. Okay. I wanted to ask you something about your tours. So you've been on a lot of tours. I mean, I remember Evita when I was growing up. That was major.
yeah,
Um, and a chorus line. All of these. I mean, this is
yeah.
some uh, major events. So out of those, who, which artist or which tour was the most memorable to you?
Oh, definitely Vita.
Evita.
Yeah, I was the that was the national that was there were three premier companies that there well actually four. There was a Broadway tour, there was a company that came out of Chicago, there was a what they call a bus and truck that came out of Detroit, and there was an LA company. And the company in the beginning they called them all national tours, and then LA closed. uh, Detroit wasn't uh, uh, Detroit wasn't quite in place yet, and the company out of Chicago, that was the national tour. That was the first. That was considered the premier national tour. I mean, I spent 6 months in Boston. It was a beautiful
Wow.
job. I mean, for a musician, and actors have, at least back then. Well, there's still now. If I don't know, but let me say I don't know. But back then they had rules that, like, if you travel, that's considered a travel day. You don't have to. You don't do a performance that evening. It was a beautiful job,
Hmm.
a beautiful job, and I yes, that's if you're asked to the answer your question. I mean, I even met Andrew Lloyd Webber in Washington, shook his hand.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was.
So I see you're all dressed up nice and everything.
Yeah.
Um, you don't have a gig tonight, do you? Or
No,
you
I don't.
just got dressed up for my show?
I did. It's a special occasion.
Thank you. Well, I speaking of events, upcoming events, I made a flyer for you. Tell us about this event that's coming up.
Okay, this I'm working in a trio with a saxophonist Bo Berry and a drummer Rick Shanley. We play at a bar every other week in Chicago. The bar is called Jacqueline's. It's 3420 North Broadway. And it's kind of a special thing because Jason, who runs the bar, lets us do whatever we want. And we just started we were taking standard tunes in the beginning and doing our own take on it. Now we
Hmm.
started playing Bo's originals, and like last week we were there last week, and the lighting person from Wilco was in there, and he's telling us, "You guys are great. You don't know how good you are." He's saying this. He's just saying this, and it's a real special gig, and we're playing strange music. I mean, not the kind of music, but the people seem to stay there, and they like what we're doing.
Okay. Well, speaking of music, let's listen to some more. So let's listen to the open improv in G major. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Okay, this is I had an idea,
Okay.
and I was able to pull this off. And I had an idea of changing the center frequency to from 440 of 440 hertz. Like when a pitch vibrates, it vibrates in a cycle. So if you take a wave and you put a line through it, you'll see something that'll go, oh, you can't see my hand. Well, you'd see
We can
it.
see it. We can see it.
It doesn't make any sense, but that's a cycle. Uh, oh, I don't. Do I have a pen? Let's see. Okay, so if you can see this, oh,
Nope.
there.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it goes up and then it goes down to the median line, and that's a cycle. Okay, and every when we measure pitches, we measure pitches in cycles per second. And the pitch that instruments tune to nowadays is what we call A440. Some orchestras tune higher, but this is A440, and that's 440 cycles per second. So it's 440 of these in the wave. And
Okay.
when we hear that, it forms a tone, or what we call a regular recurring vibration, because it's moving really fast. You think 440 of these in a second, that's very fast. Just think of a wheel turning, and sometimes if it turns fast, then all of a sudden you hear a tone.
Mm-hmm.
Am I losing you?
No, you're not losing me. You might be losing some of my viewers, but I got some. I got some people that are musically they're really good with that music. They understand the music real well. So you probably got a lot of them.
Okay, so to make a long story short, I tune instead of tuning to 440, I tuned to 432. It's also known as Verdi tuning. Now, what that is after Giuseppe Verdi, the great operatic composers. Verdi was one of the three greatest opera composers in the history of Western music. And Verdi didn't know this, but later on in the 20th century, they found out when they took tones that were vibrating to 432 seconds, 432 cycles a second, it would affect water in beautiful ways. whereas 440 it'd be kind of blurry. If they looked at water molecules that under when they use tones of 432, they would see almost like mandalas. So getting back, I'm using a dancer. Most of our body, for most of us, it does vary, but for most of us, our bodies are 70% water. So I'm just thinking with this music, how does it affect the dancer improvising? How does it affect the audience? And that's what I did. And this idea of 432 goes all the way back to Sumer. So this number, okay, actually, the Babylonians used it, or some Sumerian civilization. I don't want to say the Babylonians exact, but they used it in their astronomy and their astrology. Some people say that the number is in the Great Pyramid in Giza. So anyway,
Okay.
I tuned the instruments down, and this is music in 432.
Okay. So Michael, this month is my birthday, and so I had some artists. They sent in some videos, and I have artist that I don't know how I missed her email, but I want to play her. So I'm gonna play her first, and then I'm gonna play the open improv in G major by you. Is it okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you guys enjoy this. This is Kimberly Brewer. She's actually done backup singing with Stevie Wonder,
Oh,
and she's been on the show several times. So hope you guys enjoy this.
On this day, I'd like to say happy birthday to you, Cat. Hi, this is Kimberly Brewer, and on this day, I want to wish you, Cat, a happy, healthy birthday. May God continue to bless you and keep you in His tender care. God bless.
The wind is really picking up here. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Do you hear that? The wind? We hear hail on the.
Oh,
If I have to, well, we're almost at 8 o'clock. So, oh Jesus. Okay. So that was. Can you hear that? Can you all hear that? It is so windy. My windows are like almost rattling a little bit. Okay. So that was very 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 nice. It was different to hear how the music was, how you flipped it a little bit.
yeah.
My music director said dissonance.
Yes,
Yes,
but it wasn't a harsh dissonance. It
right. It wasn't.
was there, but it seemed okay. It seemed acceptable. Our ears accepted it, or we felt it. It wasn't. It wasn't. Dissonance can be very unsettling. It could
Yeah,
really make us feel uncomfortable.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, we're at 10 minutes till the hour, so I'm going to have to cut it short. This was really, really nice. Michael, I want to thank you again for coming and hanging out with me. It's good to see you. Best wishes on your performance or your events that you have coming up in April. And then, we're going to be collaborating a little bit later on, so I'll be talking to you soon. But
I'm
thank you so much.
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, thanks a lot, Kat.
All
Thanks.
right.
I'm glad you're recovering and happy
Thank you.
birthday. And this was a wonderful experience.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Mike. You take care.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye bye. Did you all enjoy that? Ooh, it was just so nice. I mean, classical, just the classical feel of it. We don't get many artists like that. And then he has so much rich education and he knows a lot of history about the music. So it's really good to like listen to people like that so you can kind of understand a little bit about that history and stuff. That was a very informative, very well interview. Did you enjoy yourself? Learned a little bit? Yeah, that was really nice.
Music has multiple perspectives, so you
Music.
have to listen to every perspective.
Let me put you up there. What'd you say?
I said, I'm gonna get smart real quick. I had said that music has multiple perspectives, like in life, and so it's always good to listen to different perspectives, even in music, because you can get words of wisdom, you can feel pain, you can get emotions, you can sense danger through music, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was really, really good. All right, let's do trivia real quick, and then I'm gonna let you do Cheryl shout outs, hopefully. Y'all, if this siren goes off, we're going to cut it short. And then we're going to get up out of here. All right, so let's do a trivia right quick. All right, so here is a picture. There are a lot of animals on this picture. The person that can name the most animals is going to be the winner. And while you all are doing that, I wonder, can I play Michael's? I think I pulled it. Let me see. I'm gonna put some music on the back. I was trying to see if I could play his. Let's see. I was trying to play the first one, but I think I pulled it. Did I pull it? Let me see. Um, that was a really nice one. Diamond. The name of the song is Diamond. It was really, really nice. Let me see if I can. Let's see. You all be looking at the picture while you waiting on me to get some music. I'm not gonna have it on long, just maybe a few seconds. Yeah, I pulled it. Oh well, I tried. How many animals do you see? Let me see if anybody see anything.
You haven't gotten anything on my
Brian over there in Twitch TV, he says he sees 6 of them. see what Portland got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's found 6. Karan says she see 11. Let me see what Mama got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Tony! Hey, Tony. Tony is on Twitch. He does what does he do? He does gospel. He does fusion jazz. He does old school. He does reggae. Is there anything Tony does not do on Twitch? You guys got to check him out. That's where my hangout is. I hang out with Tony Smith on the Twitch streets. He said he found 10 of them. Can anybody be 10? Let's see. All right, Tony, name the ones you see. Type them in right quick. Okay, Mama found.
No penguin, no horse.
He said do it fusion jazz at the moment. Thank you, Cat. You're welcome. Mouse. All right, so we're gonna okay, it's almost 5 to the hour, so we're gonna who had the most one? 10?
Tony has
Anybody got higher than that? Look like Gigi found some more. Let me see. It looked like Gigi may have it because she put extras in here. Oh.
Brian, what's your answers?
Brian Barzy, can you give me some name some? Y'all, that ain't hard. Y'all know y'all see them animals. Let's see. Let me know when you got a winner and put the answer up here. While we are doing that, I want to thank Michael Staron again for coming in. I hope that you all enjoyed him. Next week, I have classical pianist Louis Coley. Yeah, he's going to be here next week. So you all, hopefully y'all can tune in for that. Let me put it back up here. So what do you got? Let me see. So do you have a winner, Sherryl?
We haven't gotten a confirmation from Brian. So if between him and Gigi, they both have access.
Oh wait, here go Brian. He said dog, cat, donkey, and turtle. That's 4, Brian. Mouse, that's 5.
Y'all are just different things, right?
Oh wait, Mother DeBose said she found 10. It gotta look real good.
I can confirm 8.
8 for who? So she's correct so far, Mother DeBose?
9, depending on how you feel about that.
Wait a minute. Okay, Tony just whispered it to me. Hold on, let me see what he put on here. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what Tony put on here. Hold on.
You don't want to put the answers in the chat.
No, so whisper is like you send a message through Twitch. Hold on, I gotta look at my TV. Hold on. Okay, so Tony says shark, alligator, fish, turtle, donkey, dog, cat, snake, bird, and mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tony trying to win. Tony is actually doing his show right now, and he over here hanging out with us on FNL, which I do appreciate. When I get off here, I'm going to be on his show hanging out with him.
So it's 9 because one of them, and it's the same one. Everyone is confusing.
Okay, so Tony, you got 9. One of them is not correct. Okay, so do you have a winner yet, Cheryl?
I think it's still Tony.
Tony, you won? Retro Soul?
Because Mother DeBose was at 8.
Mother DeBose was at 8. He said, oh, he missed the dog. Okay, let me. You got the
No,
answer?
no, you got the dog.
Oh, he got the dog. Okay. All right. So, Tony, let me show y'all the answers. All right. So that's the answers. Tony, you have. I have some Bath and Body Work candles. I have. What do I have left, Cheryl? Oh yeah, and Michael is gonna give a CD out of his music that's gonna be going too. He's gonna enjoy that. So we have wildflowers and we have sugar pomegranate. Which one do you want, Tony? Let me know. Let me know. Congratulations. All right. Oh, he said, "Oh, that's mosquito. That's nice." All right. Okay. Karan said she had all except two.
Bye, Mary. See you later.
All right. So congratulations, Tony. Go ahead and give a quick shout out. Michael is still in the backstage so he can hear. So let him know some of the people. Let me put it back on. Let me see what's going on. Let some of the people that know that who's hanging out with Michael today so he can hear.
So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations again to our trivia winner, Tony Smith.
Tony Smith.
Getting that to you. We just need to know if you want that honey wildflower or that sugar.
I'll find out which one it is.
Anyway, let's see who we have on. We have Miss Tina Wilson over on Facebook and over on YouTube. Her sister, we got Miss Bonnie Wilson watching us there. Good to see you guys. We also have the Alaska Wolfman coming in on Twitch, hanging out with, as well as Florida Steel on Twitch as well. We have our girl Karan, our moderator over there on Twitch, holding it down, keeping the family going and keeping it hype. We see you, girl. Keep it up. We also have Walter D. Williams, president of the NAACP Edwardsville chapter, hanging out with us as well in this crazy, crazy weather. We have Portland, BC Ward on Facebook as well. Good to see you. We have Brother Ethel Tolson tuning in. We have Mrs. Sherryl tuning in as well on Facebook. We have Miss T. Alicia tuning in on Facebook as well. Good to see you.
Tony is asking what the options are again for the candles.
The options are honey wildflower and sugar pomegranate. We also have Miss Marilyn before she had to leave early for a meeting. But welcome, Marilyn. Good to see you again. We'll see you next week. We have Brother Brian Barzy hanging out with us on Twitch. Good to see you. We have Miss Sherry Johnson on Facebook as well, hanging out with us. Good to see you too. We have my grandma Gigi. We have Shirley NBC hanging with us on Facebook.
So, Michael, you have quite a few people in the Chicago area or in close to Illinois that are on here that are hanging out with you. You know, I'm from Chicago too, as well. So, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Right.
We also have Mother DeBose. Hey, Mother DeBose. And we have also the great Tony Smith on Twitch.
Now, Tony Smith was a major disc jockey back in the day. I don't know if he still does it like on the side, but he was major in the New York area. So a lot of people know who Tony Smith is. Plus, he's also a seasoned, extraordinary saxophonist as well. So,
Oh,
yeah, so he's hanging out with you as well. So,
honored.
yeah. So, did you enjoy your time with us, Michael?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yes.
because you know I'll be reaching out to you again to let you know when we're going to be doing more invitations so you can come hang out with me again.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, if that's it, Michael, do you have any final words? We're getting ready to get out of here.
Well, thanks for a wonderful interview. Thanks for setting
Absolutely.
me up, Kat. You set me up very well.
Thank you.
That. I appreciate that. And
Yes, sir.
that's the most important thing.
Yes, sir. Well, we definitely
Yes.
enjoyed you, and thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here. This weather says I need to get off. And Lord willing, I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, next Friday.
You won't see me tomorrow. I'll be in my pillow.
All right, you